Those dragging Ebuka for not questioning Imisi, I don't know the color of you guys' problem. Why are they dragging Ebuka that, oh, Ebuka doesn't question Imisi, Ebuka doesn't scatter Imisi's table, oh, Ebuka doesn't do this, Ebuka doesn't do that to Imisi. I don't know. You people could have, because I don't check. What do you want Ebuka to ask Imisi, honestly? Like what and what? If you have a very intelligent question that you would like Ebuka to ask Imisi, what you will do is, since you people have noticed he doesn't ask Imisi question, you construct those questions, 5 or so, and tag him or write it under his comment section when he will announce the Sunday live eviction, during the early hours of the Sunday. That is what some people do. They bring question ideas for Ebuka to ask, and some are lucky that Ebuka will chip in their question. Maybe not exactly the way they put it, but Ebuka will ask something similar to, not word for word, but in the same line as the suggested question. So please, maybe Ebuka have not seen anything worthwhile asking Imisi. And as you people know, Imisi have been playing her game solo, like independently playing her game. She doesn't use anybody for her game. She's not in a ship. She doesn't use anybody for content. She doesn't use anybody for highlight. She doesn't gossip about people. You understand? She doesn't talk about people. That is why you will not find anything to ask Imisi. The only time is recently that they will even find something to ask her. It's recently that even Imisi is talking about another housemate in the house. And that is all because of the influence of Isabella. When we're talking about this friendship between Isabella and Imisi, when Kola warned Imisi, oh, be careful of Isabella, oh, don't be too, people were dragging Kola saying, oh, Kola want to isolate Imisi, or Kola want to control Imisi. But if you check it very well, Imisi is now following these girls to talk about housemates, which she doesn't do on a normal. Even if Imisi will talk about you, she will talk about you openly. Remember when Thelma was like saying that somebody said they saw her and Bright at the garden. Imisi came and said, yes, I'm the one that had that conversation. That kind of a thing with her full chest. But now that she's friends with Isabella, she's now kissing Isabella in multiple times, mouth to mouth, doing irritating things. You understand? Disgusting stuff. She's now plotting how to scatter sheep with Isabella. She's now talking about Bright and Mide's relationship. Is during this kind of conversation that she's recently having with Isabella that will prompt the question from Ebuka. But before, Imisi doesn't engage in all those things. So, but it is well, shall. It's a game. She's evolving. She's making new friends. But left for me, I could have preferred Imisi should avoid Isabella. At least don't get herself involved with this plotting that they are plotting. This kind of plot that Big Soso and these people are telling her to put head inside Mide and Bright matter. Like, let Isabella destroy the ship of Mide and Bright. I could have really preferred if she would just, hands up from that whole plot and conspiracy. Don't even put her mouth. Even if let only what she would do be listening. Don't contribute, because she has contributed. She was advising Isabella, steady your eyes on Bright. Be bold. Make sure you accomplish the mission. That kind of thing. But it's well. The new week will start. Start the head of house tonight now. We'll know the temporary head of house. We'll know who and who is going home. And all that. Anyway, guys, I don't know if you have congratulated Faith. Faith of all people are doubting the credibility of this voting of the most influential housemate of the week. I don't know. People have been winning it. Culture won. Mesa won. Jason, is it Jason or Rude Boy that won? Rude Boy won. Nobody questioned Biggie's credibility and honesty until this Faith won today, and people are asking question. How on earth did Faith win the most influential housemate of the week? Who and who voted? Because to them, this housemate don't like Faith. You understand? So how on earth would they vote for him to win? Somebody that most people nominated, that was up for possible eviction this week, if not that they nullified the nomination. So people are saying, are you sure it's not Big Brother that will just look around and with his power and say, okay, this is the most influential housemate according to him, that sees everything and watches everything? You understand? He will just see and say, okay, well, but so they are suspecting that voting that the housemates are doing are just ceremonial, that at the end of the day, Biggie will pick his candidate by himself. But I'm asking, why is it that it's now that you people are doubting? Well, for Faith, maybe the housemate, he really influenced them in a positive way, because this week, Faith really did well, especially with that lecture. At least how many people were in that lecture that he had, and it was interactive session. The housemates were really interested in what Faith was teaching about brain surgery exercises and all those things. Rude Boy sef, wey no dey serious, was seriously asking questions. Juan was asking questions, tell Tracy, those kind of things. So I'm suspecting either Biggie saw that and chose him as the most influential, or based on the housemates that learned from him during this week, most of them picked him. But have you guys noticed is that though this season we are not going to have a female most influential housemate of the week, because these girls are just in a silent beef, secret war. Why haven't a female, a lady, a girl in that house won the most influential of the week? They are not voting for themselves. Like, oh my God, have you guys just noticed that these people are not voting for themselves to win the most influential? It's like the girls are even voting the boys, the guys, and the guys are voting also themselves. Like, because throughout 5 weeks, it's just guys winning, guys winning. Oh, more the ladies, you all can do better. I can't wait to see the first female most influential housemate of the week for this season, honestly. Anyway, guys, of course I'll be waiting down the comments. Let's talk there.